Hello, fellow wrestling fans. How are you? Here they know what happened at NXT from March the 12th, 2024. The opening match was the number one contenders qualifying match where the winning team will go on in 2 weeks' time in a triple threat match where the winning team of that match will face Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin to stand deliver the Fed Tag Team Championships. Tag champs watched the match outside the ring amongst the fans. That was pretty cool. Like that NXT because like Raw and SmackDown, the champions and other people, they don't watch the match amongst the fans. Like so, it's cool how NXT does that. Something different. LWO's Joaquin Wild and Tolo took on Out of the Mud with Reggie. They isolated Joaquin Wild, beat the crap out, big boom in the face, power slammed him down. Even at one point, they tossed him outside the ring, distracted the referee so Reggie could do like a cartwheel backflip into a diamond cutter on Joaquin Wild. Fine, Joaquin Wild got free, tagged in Tolo. Tolo got in, cleaned house. Rapid fire forearm shots, back to back top rope draw kicks, knocking down OTM. Then he I did a kind of like a double team arm drag. Bounced off the ropes, takedown into a 450 splash. LWO did to pick up the win. It was a fast match, but it was okay. I just wish it lasted longer than it did. Next up, Lexis King took on Mr. Stone, the manager of Von Wagner. The bell rang. Stone quickly started throwing body shots back at Lexis King in the corner. Started chopping away at him. Knocked him down. Delivered a top rope cross body. He went for a second top rope cross body. Lexis King got the knees up. Knees to the gut. Super kick. Clothesline to the back of the head. Swing neck breaker. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Lexis King. After the match, he started trash talking Stone, stumbled away at him till Von Wagner ran out, picked up Stone and carried him to the back. Another fast match. Next up was for the North American Championship. Umafima defended against Jensen Brooks. Before the match, backstage, Jensen approached Umafima and said, I'm going to take that title away from you. They got into an argument. Josh Briggs showed up to separate them. Then Dijak showed up. He said, after you're done wrestling Jensen Brooks, I want next crack at that North American title. And Umafima's like, you want one? All you had to do was ask. That'd be one hell of a match, folks. Umafima, Dijak. The match started up. They hooked up. They tried to do that test of strength against each other. Umafima won that, of course. This had his way with Jensen Brooks, like a running shoulder tackle. Tossed him halfway across the ring twice. Delivered some body shots. Jensen Brooks fought back. Hit a running clothesline, knocked down the champion. Hit a top rope cross body. Went for a top rope drop kick. Umafima moved out of the way. Jensen Brooks got right back up. Started punching away at him. Nice punch combo he'd give the champ. Hit a running shoulder tackle of his own, knocking down the champion. Went for the top rope and went for a top rope cross body. This time, Umafima punched him in the guts. Back-to-back backbreakers. Back-to-back toss-up power bombs. And still your North American champion, Umafima. Josh Briggs that came out before the end of the match to try to encourage Jensen Brooks to get the offense going, man. Get physical. Jensen Brooks give it to Umafima, but he just got dominated. Next up was Gingy took on Grace. If Gingy lost, Grace gets to do a makeover on her. All match, every time Gingy tried to do a move, Grace would run away from her. Finally, Gingy got a hold of Grace. Punch combo, forearm shots, back her in the corner, snap suplexed her out of the corner. Had a running, it was kind of like a running side kick that was nice. Then Grace fought back with a body slam. Headlock. Gingy fought out of the headlock, so Grace knocked it back down, reapplied the headlock. Gingy again got free. Then Grace would hit like a running tackle, a running clothesline. Every move she did, when she pinned Gingy, I don't know why she did, but she spread one of her legs out. Like, I don't know if she was stretching or what. It would just look stupid. And then the referee got distracted, and Grace low blowed Gingy, which of course had no effect. Gingy low blowed Grace and got caught, so the referee disqualified her. And Grace's facial expression was so awful. It was not a good match. Gingy did the best she could, but she was wrestling Grace. So now, Looks like next week or the week after, we're going to find out what Ginger's new hairstyle, new look's going to be like. Next up was Kaden James and Izzy Dame took on the team of Thea Hill and her mystery partner. Which before the match, Duke Hudson, Adrian Chase said, "Did you find a partner?" They said, "Yeah, Daisy Jade and Jasmine's not going to be my partners. I found someone." And I thought it was going to be Daisy Duke because they've been hanging out. But it was Jordan. So they went to the ring. Thea Hill went out first. Then came out Kaden James, Izzy Dame. Then Jordan's music hit. So I knew something was coming up when she didn't come out with Thea Hill. Jordan was taken out backstage. She was holding on to a leg. So was it Kaden James or Izzy Dame that attacked her? Because also JC Jade and Jasmine came out to watch the match. So maybe they took out Jordan. We don't know. So the match started. Thea Hill fought, oh great, 2-on-1. Suddenly Daisy Duke ran out. And a referee came out and said that The Rock's daughter approved it. She could be her partner. Daisy Duke got in. Her and Thea Hill delivered a double team shoulder tackle on Kaden James. Drop Izzy with a drop kick right across the back. Izzy Dane got in. One point during the match. Went for a side kick. Daisy Duke dodged it, delivered a side enziguri kick of her own. Had a run and shine on Wizard. Kaden and Izzy double team. Master lock body shots on Daisy Duke. Then delivered a double team. This was cool. It was like a shoulder tackle into a kick into the guts into a pinfall cover. Finally, Thea Hill tagged in. She started doing running clotheslines, knocked down Kaden James. Kaden James delivered a spine buster, stopped the momentum of Thea Hill quickly. She picked her up for her other spine buster. Thea Hill applied that armbar submission she does, but Kaden James quickly grabbed hold of the ropes. Everybody's fighting everybody. They end up outside the ring, where Izzy Dame ran to big boot Thea Hill in the face, and JCJ pulled her out of the way. Daisy Duke got hit in the face. And then JC Jade and Jasmine allowed Izzy Dame to roll in Daisy Duke, so Kaden James got pinned her for the 1-2-3. After the match, Thea Hill got in the mic saying, "I'm not going to turn heel. I'm still going to be a good guy. You have changed and all that." She said, "I'm not going to be a part of your new toxic attraction stable you're trying to form." She said, "Instead, I'm going to kick your ass." And then she started rounding around the ring. Like, seriously? You deliver a good promo, then you ruin it by running around the ring. Acting crazy, like. It was a good women's tag match. I enjoyed it. Both win them. They could work very well together. I like to see a rematch between the two of them in a tag match. Your main event was Ridge Holland against Ty Dillinger, the Perfect 10. He now goes by Shawn Spears. During the match, Shawn Spears slapped Ridge across the face, tie him up into the ropes, trash talk him, punch him across the face, slap him again. And then Ridge finally had enough, run a shoulder tackle, knocked down Shawn Spears, took him outside the ring with a clothesline. Then Irish whipped him big time in the barricade, picked him up, and just drove him big time in the steel steps. That looked nasty as hell. Then he cleared off the announce table and chokeslammed Ty Dillinger, Shawn Spears, through the announce table. Ridge Holland was on fire, just cleaning house. Then he got a hold of the steel chair that Shawn Spears brought out to ringside with him, and went and hit him with the chair. That free, grabbed the chair away from Ridge Holland and placed it in the corner. Ridge turned around, back-to-back super kicks from Shawn Spears, stunning Ridge. Then he ran, picked up Ridge into a running shoulder tackle in the corner, but he turned it into a running power slam in the corner, and Ridge landed on the steel chair that the referee had placed there, and Shawn Spears pinned him for the 1-2-3. Your show ended with Trick Williams coming out. He called out Camille Hayes. No, Camille Hayes. Trick said, "Of course, because I don't got my back turned for you to attack me." He said, "I've heard about you for weeks, saying that the reason why you took me out at the last pay-per-view, the Vengeance Day, was because I became too popular." He said, "I suppose Camille Hayes kept saying Trick is only good as a tag team partner. Supposed to help him keep the world championship, further Camille Hayes' singles career, while he helped Trick further his tag team career." But Trick said apparently I overstepped out of your shadow, he said, and you got pissed off about it, he said. So he said, guess what? I'm not going to come back to being your tag team partner. He said, I'm going to whoop that trick, he said. So again, he called out Camaro Hayes. No, again, no Camaro Hayes. Suddenly, Metaphor came out. Noam Dar said, you're ruining the show for talking, blah, blah, blah. They went to attack him. Trick cleaned house, and this part was cool. He grabbed hold of Last Legend, and she kissed him. He didn't kiss her. And her knees got right wobbly. And Booker T's like, wow, Trick just kissed the whoop out of her. That was cool. He knocked down Noam Dar with a big boot. Hit a running jump-up kick on Masu. Just cleaned house. So next week, they're going to end up having a match, I guess, because Noam Dar challenged him to a fight. And then Trick Williams ended the show by saying that Camaro Hayes has got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, because he went to the Rock's daughter. And at Stand and Deliver, it's going to be Trick Williams versus Camaro Hayes. That's going to be one hell of a singles match. And he said Camaro Hayes cannot get counted out, cannot get disqualified, to fight him one-on-one, man-to-man. So I don't know if that means like maybe it's going to be no count-out, no disqualification, or maybe a steel cage match. Because again, he said, you won't be able to get away from me. So what better way to get Camaro Hayes to actually fight Trick Williams than put them inside of a steel cage. But I don't know. They might just have a singles match. Some backstage stuff happened. Soruka, Brianna Reese, two out of women just had a segment in the locker room. Nothing really exciting happened about that. Roxanne Perez came out. She said again she's sick and tired of Wyndham getting free opportunities, or the same Wyndham getting opportunity after opportunity against Ali Valkyrie in the NXT Women's Championship, and then Roxanne Perez wants a free title shot. I still don't understand this heel persona. You're pissed off of people getting opportunities after opportunities and free handouts, and you want the same thing. She said hopefully Ali Valkyrie is ready to face me at Stand Deliver for that championship. Then she demanded for the Rock's daughter to come out to make the match official. She came out, and then suddenly Texie Pexie came out and tried to get a hold of Roxanne Perez because she hurt her lover. So the Rock's daughter got referees to run out, separate the two of them. She said, you two can have each other next week in the ring. So that match is booked for next week. Backstage, Roddy Osborne was talking, and he was approached by Drew Gulak's group, and they were talking about how Thea Hill acted stupid in the ring running around, and she got what she deserved with Jacy Jayne and Jasmine basically breaking up the friendship. Roddy Osborne took offense to that, and he challenged one of them next week to a Heritage Cup match. They accepted, of course, and then Axiom Nathan Frazier walked in and said, well, he said, we just got word that next week we're facing two of you guys of Gulak's group, of Gulak, Cap, Bones, and Dempsey in a tag team qualifying number one contenders match. So up to Roddy Osborne says, so once we're done with two of them, you just got one worry about outside the ring, man. And worst comes worst, we'll be at your corner too. We'll chase you as well. He didn't chase Deuce Hudson to even up the odds. Tony the Dawn. This was a cool segment. This is the best segment of the night besides Trick's promo. Calling out Camaro Hayes. He was at the restaurant with Top Stacks, Luca the lawyer, and Razul. And they were eating dinner, talking mafia business. And he asked Luca, did you take care of that job? Did you get the money? And Luca said, I took care of that, and I took care of the other job you wanted. Because he's new to the group, so he's trying to impress Tony the Dawn, right? Suddenly, Dragunov walked in. They got up. He sat down at the table, placed the championship right in front of Tony. He says, I respect you, he said. I respect you calling your shot to become world champion. I respected you beating Camaro Hayes last week. Fair and square, even though you did get somebody in the production truck. We found out it was Top Stacks to play Trick's song. He said, but you didn't use no like weapons or no blows or like a handful of tights to win the match. You won it cleanly. He said, Stand Deliver, I hope we have a fair one-on-one matchup. Suddenly, Tony snapped his fingers. Top Stacks, Luca ambushed Dragunov at the restaurant. They stuck him in the trunk of the car and they drove off and then dropped him off at a bridge. So Dragunov thought he was going to be swimming with the fishes, right? And Tony's like, no, I have respect for you, he said. I'm going to let you walk back home. He said, but no, don't ever come into my restaurant and disrespect me again by sitting down at my table and placing your championship in front of me, like showboating it off. He said, as Stand Deliver, he said, I'll do whatever it takes to win that championship. And Dragunov said, I'll do whatever it takes to keep it. So I cannot wait for this match between Dragunov and Tony the Don. It's going to be one hell of a match. Hank and Tank were backstage, and they were talking about how next week they're facing Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows in a number one contenders qualifying match. And then they said, then we're going to fight the Wolf Dogs and beat Corbin and Braun for the tag team titles. Then Braun and Corbin walked in. And Corbin's like, you want to fight us next week for these tag team titles? Hank Tank's like, yeah. You think you got a chance to take what it is to beat us? Yeah. You think you can take these belts away from us? They're like, yeah. They got all fired up. He said, okay, we'll see you next week. And then they got all fired off and, like, chest bumped each other, took off, and Braun's like, what was that about? Corbin's like, they're facing somebody else next week. They're not even facing us. That was a funny segment. So next week on NXT, it's an action-packed show. We got Roxanne Perez versus Texie Pexie. We've got Hank and Tank versus EOC. The winners will go on to face the LWO and the other winning team between Axiom, Nathan Frazier against either Gulak, Cap, Dempsey, or Bones. We won't know until match time which two of those four guys are going to be fighting. I like that with Gulak's group. You don't know who you're fighting until the match starts. That's interesting. The two winning teams will go on to join the LWO in the freeway number one contenders match the week after. Rosie Osborne versus a member of Gulak's group for the Heritage Cup trophy. And I guess Trick Williams versus Noam Dar is going to happen. So that's 5 matches all the way booked for next week. And they usually only have like 5 or 6 matches a week. So looks like we got a full card for next week at NXT, folks. Let me know below what you thought of the show. What matches you liked, what matches you did not like. What are your thoughts of Trick Williams calling out Cameo Hayes no showing? Is Cameo Hayes right or is Trick Williams right? Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet. Bye.